Hi guys, Sadell here with another debt video. This video should be a very short one, and I think it will help a lot of people. The title of this video is a lesson that I learned throughout my debt journey that really helped me make my way towards being closer to debt-free. If you haven't been watching my videos yet, this is a part of my debt journey. I am not debt-free yet. And when I become debt-free, there will be a video about it. But for now, I am documenting my journey toward debt freedom. The lesson is this: your debt journey is not math, it's mental. What I mean by that is your debt journey will include a lot of numbers, but it is not about what's most mathematically sound, what makes the most math sense. Your journey is going to be about your mentality and about the mental aspects of it. For example, there's a lot of literature about the best ways to pay down debt. Do you use the debt snowball? Do you use the debt avalanche? Do you use the debt mudslide? Whatever it is, there are a lot of resources around the best mathematical ways to pay your debt. My argument is you should ignore all of them and use the one that best fits your mental state. So take a look at your debts and order them in whatever way makes sense to you. You could do it in chronological order when you first incurred the debt. You could do it by the total amount of the debt. You can do it by the interest rate. Once you have that, look at each debt and understand how you feel about them. For example, at the height of my debt journey, I had car debt, student loans, a mortgage, additional student loans, and a couple of other smaller debts. What I did was looked at each debt and looked at how I felt about each debt and used that as my guide. One of my debts I had co-signed with my parents, a student loan. Many of us do that. That was a debt I really wanted to pay. I did not want to be a burden to myself and my parents. So that was my first debt to pay off. Next, I really wanted to get out of my car debt because it was a small enough debt. It was just kind of nagging the rest of my payments. So I got rid of that next. Then it became time to attack my student loans. My student loans made me so mad because I was continuing to pay down a debt that I had already used the benefit from. Meaning, at around 3 to 4 years into my career, I wasn't really using my degree to get jobs, I was using my job experience. However, I was still paying for the degree that I got that gave me the beginning experiences back when I graduated in 2011, 2012. So that was my next debt. Now, I did go in order by the amount of debt because I really wanted to build some motivation around debt payment. And Dave Ramsey talks a lot about this. When you pay down a little debt, you kind of feel a jolt of, okay, maybe I can do this. Then you pay another debt. Then you use the money from paying those two debts to pay down a bigger debt, and so on and so on. And all of a sudden, you're starting to get into a rhythm of paying down debt. So that's what I did for my student loans. As of last year, I got out of my student loan debt, and now I have one more debt, and that is credit card debt. That debt is split into two credit cards, one of which I paid off, one of which I'm continuing to pay off. But again, the mentality of it is what's driving me. Credit card debt for me was not something I was really upset about. It was something that was just kind of a part of my life. But now it's the thing standing in my way between being debt-free and not. And that has to stop. So now I am very motivated to pay down my last credit card and to be debt-free. One thing I encourage you all to do, if you're looking at your debts and you have multiple debts, understand why being debt-free is important to you. What's upsetting about being in debt? What's upsetting about having to make debt payments? And what would it feel like to be debt-free? Use that to motivate you to make payments, and eventually you'll be debt-free. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. I love answering your questions and talking to you more. I engage with you on YouTube and Instagram, so no matter where you leave a comment, I'll be sure to respond. I'll see you at the next video.